Hi, Chef Tom here. Hope everybody saw my last video making classic hummus with juice salad. So one of the things you can do with the beans, what's the first thing we do when we open our can of chickpeas, right? We drain them and throw away the juice. One thing that we can do with the juice, we can save it and turn it into something pretty cool and pretty tasty. It takes a little bit of time, but it's well worth it. So what I've got here is some of the chickpea juice. So if you were to drain, they come in like a 15-ounce jar, or 15-ounce can. If you drain that, you're about 3/4 of a cup of chickpea juice. So we'll put that into our mixer. You can also, if you don't have a stand mixer like this, you can also use a hand mixer. And to that, we're going to add some cream of tartar. Cream of tartar helps to give it a little bit of structure. So what's going to happen here, and what you'll see very soon, is this is going to whip up just like a meringue. So if you've ever made a classic meringue with egg whites, it's the same thing. And to this, we do have to add a decent amount of sugar to it. Otherwise, who doesn't like taste of bean juice? But I think what we're going to do is, we're going to add some sugar to it. So when we add our sugar, we want to add it in stages, probably 3 different stages. So we're going to add about 1/3 of it. And depending on the temperature of your bean juice, it may take a little while to whip up. You can see how it's starting to aerate now and get a little bit more volume. So now we'll add our second wave of sugar. This whole process should be, it depends, like I said, on the temperature of your beans, your bean juice and everything, but it could go anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes or so. You want to do a good whip. What I like to do, again, similar to our previous video, we want to taste. You want to taste it. Just make sure it's got enough sweetness. But before I taste it, you can see how it's not quite. It's still a little bit loose. It's still very loose. That should be very stiff. I think it's got enough sweetness. So even just now, you can see how it's getting a little bit thicker. And in the meantime, we're going to have a baking tray lined with some parchment. And we're going to pipe these out. You could spoon them out, but I thought it would be fun because I know a lot of people don't have pastry bags, sitting around in their pantry shelf. So I'm going to show you how to use a Ziploc bag as a pastry bag. Yeah, I think that looks good. Okay. So we're going to open up our bag. Just kind of scoop it in there. As neat as we can. You can do this a couple of times if your bag isn't as big as the one we have here. To get most of the air out as best we can, and then close it up. And then we want to sort of force it to one side, one corner, shall we say. You're only going to be able to go so far with it because it's locked in here. So either with knife or scissors, we're going to just snip off a little bit of an end. And then again, we're just going to kind of pipe it out, however big you want them. I like to have little petite ones. One trick that I learned would be to keep the paper, keep your paper from floating around, is to just put a little dab in each of the 4 corners, and one in the middle. Now, help the paper stick down. If you have a convection oven that blows the paper on. So you just keep piping them out like this, and it does take a while to bake them. So we're baking it very similar to a regular meringue. We're baking them at a very low temperature for a long period of time. So 200 degrees, 225, no more than 250 for at least 2 hours. Test them. take a, if they feel a little like they haven't fully baked or they're still a little tacky, you want to put them in for longer. But once you do this and you cool them down, they will keep in an airtight container for several days. Right, so then I put these into my oven. And then after you're done, through the magic of TV, we have something that looks like this. You can see they're very crisp. You hear them sort of break apart and sort of dry there, and they're just like a regular meringue, very crunchy, very delicious. So who would have thought you could make something like that from leftover bean juice, but in the spirit of zero waste? Something pretty cool and tasty. So hope everybody's well, and look forward to seeing you soon.